Greetings, I'm Trinket. Welcome back to Niche, here with The Darkness of Adam. And I had an epiphany about Eve's history. Eve is from the Shadowlands. That may not be in game, but she came from a shadowy area filled with more than just these toxic berries, but many things. And her family probably had nimble fingers and cracker jaws too, as well as toxic bodies, even though she doesn't have that at all, but probably some of her family members did, because she is from a long line of ninja assassins. And I think perhaps hearing Adam's story, this particular Adam's story, she decided that they were very compatible and decided to have his babies. I think we're going to stick to 7. Because he doesn't want to be too much like his father. After all, let's reveal this and step back. And just, Crabbit, that was not a good place to sit. It was like, I don't want to hurt it, Mom. Do I have to? And she's like, you want to feed your baby brothers and sisters, don't you? You're the eldest, Abel. He's like, if it'll make you happy and it'll fill their tummies very well, I don't have to like it. And Issy's like, ooh, this is fun. Oh, Crabbit hunting is such a fun game. We lost. I'm too tired. I'm tired as well. Okay. I think she's gonna come over here and be like, what's the matter, Cain? And I think Cain might be like, he sees that she has this on her, but he's not gonna do anything about it. Not just because he's too tired, he's just like, done with this part of his family. I'm not sure that he wants anything to do with any of them at all. So let's zoom out. Sniff. Here, listen. And then turn to the next day. And she's like, why didn't you tell me that was on me? And he's like, I don't have to tell you anything. I'm an adult. And I am out of here. And she's like, what? And she's gonna go cry to her mate. He's just gonna lick her wound. She's like, leave it on. It might be important. She's like, why? It's painful. Aren't you a ninja assassin? Of course I am, but I don't have to deal with this. You better take it off. And he's like, okay. He's never seen her mad. He's like, man, I like it when you're mad. Except, I also don't like, I don't know what I'm thinking. And they really need to find some other creature. And she's like, Mom, I want... She's like, yay! Except Abel won. She's like, well, we all won because it's food in our bellies. Now, Abel's very responsible. I think perhaps Adam wants one more baby. That was you, wasn't it? And Seth's gonna come over and pluck that off. Oh, we unlocked something. What did we unlock? Nimble fingers. Wonderful. Okay, you look the most different from your siblings. He kind of does, but kind of doesn't, because he's the only one with stripes as far as I'm aware. To the next day we go. Okay, I didn't mean for them to have 9. Apparently I have 10. Okay, you look quite different. Rokuvan and Anasi. You're not gonna say she's too old. And she only wanted 8, but that was the second set of twins. Oh dear, that's not good to see. And I think Adam sent us that his mate isn't feeling too well. They're both in their old age. And they wish that their son Cain would come back. But he's off in his own little world. And the youngsters don't seem to really understand what's going on. And I'm gonna try to pick that up. This is the last moment that any of them get to spend with Eve as she sings her last lullaby. And the only one that Rokuvan and his twin Anasi will ever hear as we turn to the next day. They're confused, like, where's Mama? Mama! Mama! Mommy! While Adam might be heartbroken, he knows his time is soon as well. I'm gonna have you gather. I'm gonna step here. You're gonna step here. And you can help gather too. And I think Cain heard, but he's like, he might have loved his parents, but maybe not enough to care that much. But now we have to say farewell to Adam, who hopes that his offspring can continue his legacy as we turn to the next day. There's a wanderer. It's a guy with at least one different immunity. Like, who are you? You're weird looking. What's our oldest female? Salako. And she has a home island immunity. And they're gonna be like, why don't you go over and see if our sister over there is okay, if you want to stay here? And he's gonna come over here and see that there's a dig spot, and he's like, do you want me to bury your parents? It's like, of course. If I can dig here, I might be able to put them both here. Yes. Two roots means 2 lives. Maybe. She can't really smell it, but she really, really loves her poison berries. I'm wondering if any of her sisters are a little bit jealous of that you couldn't breed with her because you have that gene. Do you have the problem with not being able to work on this hemophilia? Just have slightly low fertility, but at least it's not infertility. Ooh, and I love it. Ooh, he carries big ears. And he carries peacock tail. That's interesting. Here you go, Anasi. I think her and her brother might go this way, not having any idea about their second eldest brother being over there. And Nissy's like, where do you guys think you're going? And Seth is like, buried out over here. Let's see if we can find you a spot. And he's taking a cool dip in the pool. It's time to turn to the next day again. Oh, there's a rogue male over there. Wonderful. Let's hope it doesn't work its way to the main family. Unfortunately, he's got spiky body. Otherwise, I think Cain would go swap. But he's not dumb. He knows a defensive move that could kill him. There's another wanderer. Is that your brother? You both have eye immunity. You both have antlers and big ears. And he carries water body. And you have yellow and chestnut brown. Chestnut brown. I think they're brothers. You're like, oh, I hope you don't mind, but I invited my brother. And she's gonna be like, well, you need to send him to my big brother, who is now the leader. I didn't realize I gave him the alphabet title, but he doesn't see very well. Wish we could have got a female wanderer, but it's okay. We're going to care of that. And I think we just found you something, Rana. So she's gonna go over here and get to know him. Abel tries to crack this coconut. And the twins are like, we're not listening to you. So she's gonna, oh, I don't want her to go that way. Not without protection. The last one to move, right? Not sure where it went, but we're going to turn to the next day now. Buried yet another creature. Oh, you're probably mad that it stole your food. And your sister is gonna hop towards this bun. But let's see, if we can't work on this or this. I don't want a lot of, oh, actually, you're mating with somebody who doesn't have it, so maybe letting a few babies have it is fine. Ooh, he has stripes. It's very interesting. But I kind of want a line with nimble fingers. I'm gonna give that to her. Oh, she has perfectly good eyesight, so for her, nimble fingers. And stripes? Do you carry stripes? Yes, so might as well do stripes. And for him, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Just gonna put a nest right there. And then we're gonna come over here and see what's going on with these two. Your eyesight. Unfortunately, we can't mess with... What do you carry? Anything? No. So I'm just gonna go for stripes and some more nimble fingers. Yep, nimble fingers all around. And then she can get these, and you can go over here and get these ones. I do wish you had a mate, Abel. And I also wish Cain had one. Issy may just go running into that rogue male. Early on, I don't think it's a bad thing, but we are going to turn the day. We have nimble fingers over here on a water body, carrying big body. He's going to be called Bongo of Generation 3. Now we're going to go over here and see, oh, that the Crabbit died and that you have your father's gills. But you have the home island immunity and you have stripes. You can be Shark of Generation 3. I think it would make sense for her to get into a little bit of trouble. She's like trying to make sure that her youngest siblings don't get into too much. So she'll come over here and wind up next to this brother. They are not going to mate. Especially when there are those that can mate without a problem. It gives us an extra nest material. Did you carry on your eye immunity? Did you carry on eye? No. Oh, Abel, I wish you had somebody. But maybe it's best you don't with your eyesight, but he's leading the tribe. Although he's so gentle, you would think Adam would have gave the title over to Cain. We're going to turn to the next day. Twins. Bongo, drum, and bass. Wonderful, exactly what I was after. I can take these both up. And then you can get some food for your family. Though we do really need daughters. Oh, and a permanest that Seth has found. Wonderful. Oh, that's a bad spot to go. At least it seemed like it. Like there was a thing going on. Okay. He's like, what are you doing here? She's like, I'm doing whatever I want. You weren't there when Mom and Dad died? You should have been in there. If there is a chance for a female wanderer to show up, please show up. But for now, we are going to turn to the next day. She is gorgeous. And she's going to be named Shadowhawk. And then where? Oh dear. Perhaps this is your father's way of showing his anger with you. I think he's gonna be like, yikes. And hit it a couple of times. And she's gonna be like, oh, we better get away from there. Nobody over here knows what's going on. How many days do you have left? 2. Is there any hope at all? Perhaps not. I'm sorry, Abel. You can come down here and grab this coconut. Oh, you found a dead clown koi. Could I get I and Home Island? That would be nice. Oh, I could have placed her here. I forgot. That had been found. And once more for this episode, let us turn to the next day. Oh, this will cause quite a stir. You look a lot like Eve, except you don't have the long snout or the stinky tail at all. But you should be Alana. Gotta remember to give you your generations. Sniff. Listen. Sniff, listen. I'm sorry that your line falls flat on its face, Abel. But you have to know that you perhaps weren't really your father's choice. He just chose you because you were the eldest. But not even Cain has managed to find himself a mate. And these three are just having fun as some of the youngest. I think one more baby for you because she did not get what I was after. One more try. Oh, it looks like Shark learned from his father. And one of them is gonna ferry the remains of Abel to him. Oh, Abel, I'm so sorry, sweetie. To the next day we go. It was perhaps not meant to be. Is this a new one? No. Do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is not enough days. Unless the poison helps. He's taking me like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? And you had twins. With what I was after. Varala and Anala. I think I'll keep their names. Just because Lavala, Anala sound like twin names. I just named her my sister Alana. Look at all the sisters you have, Shark, that you gotta protect. Oops. I meant to take that down. Don't want you to have more. And I think she's drawn towards the sea, as is Shark, but he's trying to pull her back, be like, you gotta wait for Dad to teach us how to swim. But it looks like Cain's not gonna get a mate either. And this trio of brothers, I wonder what antics they get up to. 2 of them have the water body, whereas you do not. Does anybody carry the Stinky Tail? Bass does. Anybody? Well, you don't, so that's not a possibility. Manasi carries. So does Issy, and so does Cain. But until next time,